Hello everyone, welcome to another Amazon favorites video. Anytime I upload an Amazon favorites video, you all seem to really enjoy them. They tend to get a lot of views. This time though, I wanted to focus on some recent beauty finds that have really impressed me. Everything you're going to see today is very affordable. I think the most expensive item is $12. Now, I always have to give credit where credit is due. I follow this creator right here on TikTok. Her username is BeautyKillsMUA. She popped up on my TikTok For You page, and I thought her makeup was stunning. I loved watching her videos. I commented on one of her videos, and she commented back to me with, "Hey Risa, do you remember me? I used to help you at the Dior counter at Dillard's." And then it clicked and I did remember her. And I said, "Oh my gosh, yes, of course I remember you. You are doing such an amazing job here on TikTok." Her following has grown exponentially. I think she's at like 125,000 followers. She does lives every single day, and I am just addicted to watching her videos because she always has such amazing product recommendations. So let's start off with the first thing that she raves about all the time, and I could not place my order fast enough for these little puffs. You get a package of 6 for $12. But if for some reason you use my link that will be down below in the description box and they're sold out by the time this video goes up, because I am pre-filming this video for while I'm away for several days, there are other options. I do believe there are quite a few sellers that sell these little velour puffs. They are so soft, and I love that they have this little ribbon on the back that you can put your fingers through, because what I like to do with these is dip it into my loose powder and then press and roll the powder onto my skin. Now, I'm not saying I would recommend this for someone with really dry skin, really mature skin that doesn't like to use a lot of powder. I'm not sure that would be the best idea for you to do that motion, what I do, but I have very oily skin and I have very large pores. So I find that this technique of really working the powder into my skin helps my skin stay shine-free for longer, and it also reduces the look of my pores. When I do this method, I immediately notice that my pores have disappeared. Samantha, aka BeautyKillsMUA, has also recently started using these to apply foundation. I have not personally tried that yet, but when she does it, it looks amazing. I highly recommend just trying these out, especially if you have more combo to oily skin and you are trying to keep your face mattified for a longer period of time. Or perhaps like me, you have large pores and texture and you want that real airbrushed look. You can definitely achieve that look with a little powder and these guys. The other product that she sold me on immediately was this Tone Up Packed Compact. It's called the Pink Blur Powder. And I do not use this little sponge that comes in it. I open this up, and as you can see here, I just take a brush and I use this powder to not only set my under eye concealer, but also give a brightening effect. I think it's a little bit more difficult to tell on camera. I used my iPhone here for this, and I do have to have, lights so you can see better. But in some cases, the lights don't really show you the effect as well as if you were sitting right in front of me. Or should I say, you may not be seeing the impressive results that I see when I use this. So you may just have to take my word for it when I say that this powder really does brighten my under eyes. It sets my concealer without making it look dry and cakey. If the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Pressed Powder is not in your budget, because that is one of my all-time favorite powders for setting my under eyes. If that's just not in your budget, or perhaps maybe you didn't love it that much, then I would suggest giving this a try. It is $10. Up next is this eyeshadow palette. The brand is called Delancey. This is the Bronzed Mocha palette. I was really excited to get this because First of all, it's only $10. And secondly, the reviews are pretty incredible. This palette has 956 reviews as of today, with almost a full 5 stars. Another thing that's really nice about this palette, aside from the size, the packaging, I like that it has a mirror here, the fact that it has mattes and shimmers in it. The overall tone of this palette is pretty neutral. It may look warm tone, but what I've discovered is many of these shades are actually pretty neutral when you apply them to the eye. They don't pull very red or orange. There are a couple of shades here that pull a little bit, but I think that unless you can absolutely not wear any warm toned eyeshadows at all, I believe that this palette would work for many, many different skin tones. While I do feel like the quality of the mattes is very good, especially for the price, what most impressed me about this palette was the shimmers. As you can see here, they are very, very intense. Now I did dampen my brush first with a little MAC Fix Plus, and then I went and applied one of the golden shades from the palette. And I have to tell you, my first thought was, why can't some high-end brands have shimmers that perform like this $10 palette? And in my mind, I was thinking of Fenty, because I will never forget when I tried the palette that they came out with, I think it was back in September or October. I was just so baffled by how poor quality the shimmer shadows were in the palette. I'm fairly certain I had that palette in my monthly beauty favorites and fails. And if you've been following me for a while, you may have heard me rave about the BH Cosmetics palettes like Love in London, Hanging in Hawaii. Those shimmers have always just blown me away. I have always felt like they were so, so, so incredible. And again, I was just so impressed with the quality for the price. And that's exactly what happened here. I feel like I have been talking about this palette for 10 minutes straight. So I am going to stop talking about it and just tell you that I think you need to try it. Up next is this blush palette from Kaida. It is called the Blush Glow Kit. I'm not gonna lie, I really do not like the packaging on this. It is quite cheap, and I really don't understand the donuts that I think are on the packaging. But the product performs A+, or I should say the product, if I were giving it a grade, would get an A+. Well, maybe an A. I don't know if I'd go so far as A+, but definitely an A. They're definitely very good. Here you can see me applying 2 of the lighter shades, and they're not chalky. At least that hasn't been my experience. They go on very much like some of my higher end blushes. They're pigmented, easy to blend. They do last all day. I know that's a question some of you are probably going to ask. And here I'm applying 2 of the darker tones, just so you can sort of see how pigmented they are and how you can make the darker shades work on lighter skin. However, just like I described the eyeshadow palette, I do believe that this blush palette would look amazing on all different skin tones. All right, up next is this set of 4 lip glosses. I would say that after blush, lip gloss is my next favorite product to purchase. And then brow pencils. I think I would go for blush, then lip, then brow. Those are the products that I seem to not be able to stop purchasing. Anyway, I am a gloss girl. I love a glossy lip. Most of the time I do a lip liner, a lipstick, and then a gloss, but these actually have enough pigment to be worn on their own. Or in this case, I wore this shade with a lip liner. This is the Revlon Color Stay Nude Lip Liner. And these glosses don't have names on them, unfortunately. And I've got to be honest with you, when I first got them, I don't know if I just forgot to read the description, but I was kind of surprised that they were all shimmery. And I was really crossing my fingers that they wouldn't be frosted. Do some of you remember frosted lip glosses? I sure do. When I was in the 7th grade, I wore the most atrocious baby pink frosted lip gloss. And I had braces at the time. So the combination of the frosted lip gloss and the braces, that is a period of time in my makeup wearing life that I prefer to forget about. So I was a little bit nervous that this was going to end up being the 1987-88 Frosted Pink, but oh no, no. I am actually so crazy about this specific color. I haven't tried all of them yet. I've swatched them, but I honestly would spend the $9 just to get this shade. I think these two shades will look amazing in the summertime, or if you have a darker skin tone. But if you have a skin tone like mine, this shade, which again, I wish had a name, but it doesn't. It's just the sort of rose gold shade. Look how beautiful this is. And it goes so well with that Revlon Color Stay Nude lipstick, lip liner. This might be my new favorite lip combo. This gloss formula is not sticky at all. And the color, I just can't get over the color. This one is probably my second favorite. It's also a pink. I mean, let's face it, drugstore prices keep going up, up, and up. And there are a lot of lip glosses at the drugstore that retail for $8.99 a piece. And in this case, you get 4 for $8.99. Hopefully they don't go and raise the prices on any of these after this video goes up. All right, the last product I have to talk about is actually something I spoke about in another video. I'm not sure which one, but I know I've talked about these before. These are the Mosvani eyelashes in the style Natural Flare. This was my second time repurchasing this lash. You get 3 pairs for $10, and to me, they are just one of the prettiest lashes I have ever used. And they're great for beginners as well because they are so easy to work with. The band isn't really stiff, but the band is also not so clear that you can't see where to place it along the lash lines. What I've done today, and what I do most of the time, is I cut the lash almost in half. I really only keep the inner 3 or 4 clusters and apply that to the outer corner of my eye for some lift. But depending on your eye shape, you may want to wear the entire strip or just cut off 1 or 2 clusters on the end. They feel like nothing on the eyes. I buy a lot of false lashes. I think my regular viewers know that. High-end, drugstore, Ardell, Kiss, Eyelure, Velour, you name it, I try it. But if you're a false eyelash wearer, even the occasional false eyelash wearer, you know that once you find the right style that is just so ultimately flattering for your eye shape, that's the one you tend to stick to. And I'm just crazy about this style. And 3 pairs of lashes for $10, I think that's a great deal. All right, there you have it. Those are my current Amazon obsessions. I could not recommend them more. Everything will be listed and linked down below in the description box. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave those for me in the comments. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and join the Risa Does Makeup family. I do try to post new content at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me on Instagram and TikTok under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.